How we doing, guys? And welcome to the preview and the predicted lineup. Arsenal against Spurs, North London derby, and I am buzzing for this one. So, of course, it's the North London derby, Arsenal Spurs. Oh, I can't wait for this one. If there's one fixture in the season that I look forward to the most, it's this one. We need to go and win this game. We need to get those 3 points. And it's not just about pride, and it's not just about North London being red and all the rest of it. It's about what we are trying to achieve this season. And of course, that is be in the title race and challenge for that Premier League. Now, we are at the top, of course. So we actually go to Spurs very different to previous seasons. We are 11 points clear of Spurs right now. We also have a game in hand. And I'll tell you something, we need to go there and get those 3 points. And like I said, it's not just about the pride and everything else. It's about our objectives. You know, now Spurs will have their own objectives. They will be looking to try and get into that top 4. You know, Manchester United and Manchester City are going to be playing over the weekend as well. So it's a big opportunity for teams to win and to catch up a little bit and, you know, make a bit of ground and get a bit of confidence, etc., etc. And I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, please, let's go there and put a performance in. Let's go there and banish all of the bad memories of recent years. You think of what happened last season at Spurs, Rob Holding getting sent off and it effectively ruined our opportunity of getting into the top 4. And I'm looking at it at the moment and the way that we're playing, and I'm thinking, you know what, that could ultimately have been a very good thing for us. You know, in a weird kind of way. Sometimes, you know, you've got to go through disappointment to understand what it really means and come out the other side. And looking at the way we're playing, it looks like those kind of performances and the Newcastle one straight after has actually helped us moving into this season. And you look at Spurs and look at the way that they're playing, and there's so much unrest at their club right now. Talks about the owners and they want things to change, and question marks over the manager and players, and they're out of form and all the rest of it. But then we come into the North London derby and all of that goes out of the window. The form that we're showing, the form that they're showing, it means nothing in this game. I promise you. You look at Spurs' recent form. Last 5 games, 1-2, lost 2, drawn 1. And you look at our last 5 games and we've won 4, drawn 1. And of course, the last draw was the Newcastle game. So yeah, I don't really pay too much attention to the league table and form and, you know, players maybe not in the best of form, etc., etc., because it is the North London derby and anything happens. And Harry Kane always seems to score, always seems to get a penalty, so watch out for that one. But it promises to be a very interesting game. I can't wait. I really can't wait for this one. Please, Arsenal, go and get the 3 points. Please, please, please get the 3 points. But listen, with that said, let's go and get into the predicted lineup. Starting off in goal, Aaron Ramsdale. Very, very straightforward. Going to need a big performance. It's going to be very hostile in terms of the atmosphere there. And he's going to have to really, really be on it. If Aaron Ramsdale performs, we'll be fine. Going into the defensive areas, first of all, Ben White on the right-hand side. Superb. Has been superb all season. Whoever you put up against him, he has dealt with them. It's most likely going to be Heung-min Son. Hasn't had the greatest of seasons, but he's still a dangerous player. But I've got no problems at all. I think Ben White will be absolutely fine. Moving into the defence, first of all, William Saliba. Again, what more do I need to say? I think that this lad is going to grow and grow and grow as a player. He's nowhere near the finished article yet, but what we're seeing, I'll tell you something, when he is the finished article, what an unbelievable defender we have on our hands. He's going to have to work hard to keep Harry Kane quiet. You look at the way that we dealt with Spurs at the Emirates, you know, only a few months ago. And yeah, William Saliba. Alongside him, Gabriel, been immense. been better than Saliba over the last few months. Before the World Cup, after the World Cup, he's been superb. Got to keep his head in check for this game. We know he has those few rash moments. But yeah, absolutely no doubt at all. Left-hand side, Zinchenko. I don't think there's even a debate. I think that when you look at Kieran Tierney, top quality left back. But in terms of the style that Mikel Arteta wants us to play, there's not even a question. Zinchenko is the better player. And he goes in there all day long. In the midfield, first of all, Thomas Partey. Do I even need to talk about why? No, he goes in there. Alongside him, Granit Xhaka. Again, another player. Don't even need to discuss why. He goes in there all day long. Attacking areas, first of all, on the right-hand side, Bukayo Saka. Immense. Really needs to get at that Spurs back line. Dependent on who they play. Is it Sessegnon, Davis, etc.? I don't care. Saka goes there and he gives them a torrid time. In the middle of the three, Martin Odegaard. And again, if he's pulling the strings and if he's got the freedom to be able to pull those strings, we'll be fine. Big player. Big player. And it's pretty straightforward, this one. On the left-hand side, Gabriel Martinelli needs to get at the Spurs back line. The right-hand side is where they've got some issues and problems. And I don't think that they've got anybody there that's of decent caliber at all. They've all got mistakes in them. And we need to get at them. And it's as simple as that. Up front, main striker, nketiah. And he's answering his critics. He's scoring 4 goals, 4 games since he's returned. And he's doing what's needed. But this is the kind of game, not Oxford United. This is the kind of game. If Eddie pops up with the winning goal in the North London derby, then you can really start to talk and say, yeah, you know what? Cool. And he's going to have to put a big performance in. You know, going up against the likes of Romero, probably Eric Dyer, etc. Going to have to show what you're made of. Going to have to really work for this one. And if Eddie produces the goods, I, for one, I'm going to be absolutely buzzing about it. So, listen, there we go. That is it for my preview and my predicted lineup. It's a huge game, man. Not just bragging rights and everything else. It's just a huge game. Arsenal Spurs, come on. I need to see those 3 points. I need to see a big performance. I need to see us banish all those bad memories of all the past performances. But it's a big game, man. I can't wait for this one. But listen, let me know in the comment section what you think of my predicted lineup. Do you agree or disagree? If you disagree, what would you change? I think that's our strongest 11 right now. And that's what we are going to go with. I think anyway, that's what we're going to go with. So it's going to be an interesting one. Of course, there's going to be a watch along for the game. There's going to be the review after. And then we're going to be doing player ratings and everything else. Listen, it's going to be mad. I can't wait for this one. I'm buzzing for it. North London derby, the big fixture in the season. Because of the rivalry. It's as simple as that. So, listen, if you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you smash a like on this video. And I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.